Antara Parekhji is a 12th grader here at Patuxent High School. She moved here from India when she was in 5th grade and is heavily involved in the community. I got a chance to speak with her the other day. Here are some outtakes from the interview. What are your responsibilities as XO of the PAC's ROTC program?
My responsibility as XO is just I mainly work with the people of the unit, and I help support my commanding officer, which is the CEO of the unit, and I help support our senior chief and First Sergeant Trieber to carry out the upcoming events and the plan of the unit.
How has ROTC helped mold you into the person you are today?
It has definitely taught me leadership and how to be comfortable around people, and it just gave me a way to step up as a person and taught me so much about myself and what I can do as a leader. So, yeah.
You and your family moved to the United States when you were in just 5th grade. From your experience, what are some cultural differences that you had to adjust to?
It was definitely a whole lot different because when we got here, everything was just brand new to us, and one of the big culture shocks that I had was like how school was different, because in India we had a class of 86 in one class, so it was a lot more crowded, and then here the teachers could actually bond with their kids, and so that was a little surprising, but it was fun.
A big part of ROTC is community service. What has giving back to the community taught you?
It definitely gives you a sense of like accomplishment because you just feel good doing something good for the community, so it just makes you feel better to give back to the community for once.
As a senior, what are your plans for next fall?
Hopefully get into a good college. I'm planning on becoming a chemical engineer, following my dad's footsteps. So hopefully get into the college that I went to and then go from there.
What is something you want the students at PAX to know about you that they might not know?
Adding on to like the previous question and to answer that question, when I first got here, I thought it was common that kids would know more than one languages, but when my friends found that out, they were like, oh my God, that's so cool. So that was definitely different. So I feel very cool sometimes, being trilingual, but it's chaos in my head when I try to speak. So, yeah.
Mahsa Amini, a young woman who died in custody after being arrested for a sliver of her hair being accidentally showed from under her hijab. This is what started the recent protests in Iran. Since then, women are in the streets taking off and burning their hijabs, cutting their hair and screaming her name in protest of the Iranian government and their unjust hijab laws. Following the 1979 Islamic Revolution, where the ruler of Iran, Shah, was overthrown over his cruel and tyrannical overpowerment, the new democracy that followed had put in place a law where all women must cover and wear a veil, also known as a hijab. The explanation behind why is because the government drew its parts from the Quran to justify the policy, even though Muslim writing isn't clear on whether women should veil. In North America, the Constitution states, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, meaning that Congress can't make any laws prohibiting religion or make you follow a religion and or make a law based on a religion. While Iran does take up a constitution of their own and uses a separation of powers model, they don't have the same constitutional rights as Americans do. So why would a young woman who accidentally had a little hair out of her hijab, who unjustly should have served 10 days to 2 months, end up dead? Police claim she had a heart attack, but many eyewitnesses, some who were also arrested with Mahsa, claim that she had been beaten and tortured. Leaked medical scans show a cerebral hemorrhage or stroke, leading to the claims of torture to deem true. To this day, October 4th, 2022, there has been reported 133 deaths and 920 injuries during the protests. As we stand by and watch it unfold, more and more deaths will continue to happen. A way to help is by donating to UK-based and international human rights organizations that focus on Iran, such as Justice for Iran, the Iran Human Rights, and human rights activist New Agency. The more attention there is on Iran, the more Islamic Republic is under pressure.
Spirit Week was 2 weeks ago. Students seem to enjoy everything from that week. Let's take a look at their reactions.
What are you most looking forward to at the homecoming week?
Beating the brakes off of Westlake on Friday.
Thank you. What's your guys' favorite part about Spirit Week?
I love just seeing everyone's different outfits and seeing how stupid we all look. Dressing up.
Looking stupid.
All right, thank you guys. What makes Spirit Week different here than any other school?
I think at Patuxent it's a little different because I think just the kids are way into it. There's an atmosphere at Patuxent High School that I think a lot of schools don't have. So I think there's an element here that maybe others don't have. And I think the hallway decorations, the way the kids come in early and do that on Sunday night kind of sets a tone for the week. But I just think we're fortunate at Patuxent that there's just a lot of school spirit that other schools maybe don't have as much that we do.
All right, thank you. What are you most excited about for homecoming?
That it'll be fun and that it's inside, and I really hope it won't rain again.
All right, thank you. Who are you dressed as?
Michael Jackson.
All right, thank you. What are your expectations for homecoming?
I hope it's really good and fun.
All right, thank you. What's your favorite part about homecoming?
The pep rally.
Why?
Because we get to miss a little bit of school.
All right, thank you. What is your favorite part about Spirit Week?
My favorite part about Spirit Week, probably the class color day, because you get to, tag all the freshmen. I didn't like it when I was a freshman, but now it's kind of fun.
All right, thank you. What are you most looking forward to this week for homecoming?
Probably the football game on Friday.
All right, thanks, Joe.
You're welcome.
Since 2020, 1 in every 5 people in Africa face hunger. Conflict and drought and economic problems triggered by COVID-19 pandemic are quickly reversing the years of progress made towards ending the famine in Africa. By the end of 2020, more than 1/3 of the continent's population is reported to be undernourished. The whole continent of Africa, 282 million people will experience hunger, which is more than double the proportion of any region in the world. Conditions are deteriorating across East Africa, where 7.2 million people are at risk of starvation. Another 26.5 million people face acute food insecurity. At least 12.8 million children in the region are acutely malnourished. It's heartbreaking that the lives of millions of children in East Africa are at risk due to a perfect storm of conflict, changing or unpredictable weather predictions, and the aftershocks of COVID-19, said Igor Sandoval Sr., President and CEO of World Vision US. With the problems showing up for the past years due to the droughts and poor weather conditions, with a lack of water that can't grow crops or breed livestock, due to these reasons, Africa has been able to bounce back yet. And with its weak economy, it's not helping either. Since Africa has not done much international trade, and their lack of sea travel affects their economy due to not being able to trade as much with other countries. To put it in perspective, $1 is equal to 17.77 South African rand, which each part of the continent having different economic problems, some more than others, they have been able to rebuild. There is something you can do. You can go to the World Vision website and donate money to this cause. They truly need our help, so let's help.